Let's simplify this matrix times that matrix. Now, before we proceed, we have to figure out, can we even do this? What we do is we find the dimensions of each matrix. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, 1, 2 columns. So that's a 4 by 2. And you have 1, 2 rows, 1, 2, 3 columns. You're a 2 by 3, which means these two numbers in the middle match up, and we're going to end up with a 4 by 3. So lots of work to do. Lots of work to do. 4 by 3. So that's, let's split things up. Those are my 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. And I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 columns. In order to make this happen, we need to take our first matrix and split them up by their rows. Take our second matrix and split them up by their columns. All right. We have, in each part, we're going to have the 2 elements plus 2 elements. So if you want to get this out of the way, you could just throw plus signs in front of each of them. When you multiply matrices, you're going to multiply the elements and then add all of the products up. So why don't I just throw those plus signs in there, get them out of the way, and that'll kind of help me keep things nice and level and stuff like that. All right, here we go. You ready? It's going to take a couple minutes. First row, first column. First row, first column. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Negative 6 times negative 2 is positive 12. There you have it. Okay. First row, second column. First row, second column. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Negative 6 times 0 is 0. Let's do first row, third column. First row, third column. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Negative 6 times negative 3 is positive 18. So many colors. All right. Second row, first column. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Second row, second column. Second row, second column. Negative 4 times negative 2 is 8. 3 times 0 is 0. Second row, third column. Second row, third column. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. 3 times negative 3, negative 9. Third row, first column. Third row, first column. 5 times 2 is 10. 0 times negative 2 is 0. Third row, second column. Third row, second column. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. 0 times 0 is 0. Third row, third column. Third row, third column. 5 times 2 is 10. 0 times negative 3 is 0. Let's wrap this guy up. We've got a fourth row, first column. Fourth row, first column. 4 times 2 is 8. Negative 6 times negative 2 is positive 12. Fourth row, second column. Fourth row, second column. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Negative 6 times 0 is 0. Last time I checked. Let's wrap this guy up. We're almost done. Almost made it. Almost home. Okay. Last row, last column. 4 times 2 is 8. Negative 6 times negative 3 is 18. Now let's do 12 separate addition problems and be done with it. Negative 4 plus 12 is 8. 4 plus 0 is 4. Negative 4 plus 18 is 14. Negative 8 plus negative 16 is negative 14. 8 plus 0 is 8. Negative 8 plus negative 9 is negative 17. 10 plus 0 is 10. Negative 10 plus 0 is negative 10. 10 plus 0 is 10. 8 plus 12 is 20. Negative 8 plus 0 is negative 8. 8 plus 18 is 26. And we're done.